Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I filmed this very soft glam cut crease for you guys with some bold lashes and a nice pink lip. So stay tuned to keep on watching that. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe down below, and also leave a comment down below on what videos I should film. My camera's gonna die, so I'll see you guys in the video. Bye! So I already did my brows off camera just for the sake of the video because I can take up to 20 minutes to do my brows, so I don't want to bore you guys with such a long video. So I'm going to start priming my lids, and I'm going to prime my lids actually with a concealer. I'm going to use this MAC Pro Longwear concealer in the shade NW30. I'm just going to place it on the center and blend it out. After I finish blending out all of the concealer on my lid, I'm going to go in with this pressed powder from Rimmel London. So I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Semi Sweet Chocolate Bar Palette, and I'm going to grab this color right here called Nougat, and I'm going to use that as my transition shade. I'll have all the products and brushes linked down in the description box. Okay, so next I'm gonna actually start building up my building up my crease, and I'm gonna go in still with the same palette. I'm gonna go into Peanut Butter, which is the shade right here, and I'm gonna apply that into my crease, and I'm just gonna be using this Luxie 299 tapered blending brush. So now that I have my eyes like this, I'm going to go in and now deepen that with another brown color. And I'm actually going to go into my favorite palette ever, and it is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. And I'm going to grab these two shades that I use all the time, and it's called Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange. They're just these two shades right here. And I'm actually going to use the blending brush that comes with the palette because I personally feel like this blending brush is amazing. I absolutely love it. And I'm just gonna go in and intensify the crease. I guess this is moving on. Everyone I do right does me wrong. So now that we have a pretty good kind of build up on the crease, I'm now going to start really deepening it. And I'm just gonna go into the same palette, and I'm actually gonna grab Red Ochre, which is the middle shade right there, and I'm gonna apply that in the crease using the same brush that I applied the Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange with. So now that it looks like that, now you're gonna really start to build it up. But now I'm gonna go into another palette to go and build it up, and I'm just gonna grab the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. But I'm gonna grab Puree and Summer Yum, and then we're just gonna go in the crease and define it. She is the only thing you ever see. And then with these two shades, you're gonna try and build it up a little bit on the outer corner of your eye. Okay, so now that you have your eyes just like this, I'm now going to add a little bit more of depth into the outer corner of my eyes, and I'm actually going to go back with the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to grab Cyprus Umber, this shade right there. I'm just going to start building it up, just focusing it on the outer V and then kind of bringing it into the crease and diffusing the color. Okay, so that's pretty much all we're going to do for the outer V. Now we're going to start creating our little cut crease. So I like to use concealer for this, and I've been using this NYX one. So I've just been using this to cut my eyes, and I've really been liking it. So the way how I kind of do this is that I kind of use a lot of tools, I should say. So I use the concealer, and I use a lip pencil, a brush that's really small enough to kind of define the crease line. So this is a brush from Royal and Lank Nickel. This is their pointed lip brush. And then to help pat in the concealer, I don't like to use my finger because I find that my finger kind of spreads it out more and kind of ruins the crisp line that you create. So I've just been using this nose contouring brush. So I use this brush and I don't dip the brush inside. What I do is I grab the product that's from here and I grab a little bit. So what I'm going to do is where my crease folds, I'm going to start first, put a little dab right there, and then I'm going to start blending it out, and then I'm going to fill the concealer up to my natural crease but leaving it a little bit because when I blend it out it's going to spread out a little bit. So let's get started. Alright, let's see. I'm just going to go like that. See how I'm just like kind of painting it on, and then where I'm starting to go closer to my crease, I'm going to start to be really careful and start. Alright, and I'm doing like a half cut crease. So now that I have the concealer on, I'm leaving my eye like this so I don't blink all the way up and get it up on there. So I'm now going to grab this brush right here and I'm just going to push the product or the concealer into just kind of take off the excess concealer that I have on here. So as you can see, this is what we have so far. And before that creases and stuff, I'm going to go in with my Anastasia palette, and I'm going to use Tempera, which is just this white shade, and I'm just going to set it. Now I'm going to grab the exact same thing, a little bit off the applicator. Now we're just going to go again and cut. You're going to grab your brush, you're going to push against there. So now that I have set the concealer part of my eye, and now I'm going to start kind of blending all the creases together. But before I do that, I'm going to apply my main lid color that's going to go on top of the concealer that I placed. So I'm actually going to go in with the Carli Bybel Palette from Beige Cosmetics, and I'm actually going to grab one of her highlighting colors, the second highlighting color right here, and I'm going to place that all over where I just placed Tempera. I'm actually going to apply this one on top. I'm going to grab this brush from NYX. It's just their number 17 brush. It's just like a regular blending brush. And I'm going to go in with Modern Renaissance palette. And I'm going to go in with just burnt orange. And then I'm going to apply that on top of the outer kind of crease to help blend in that line. And then I'm going to go back with this brush that we used to use the darkest color in to focus on our outer V, and I'm just gonna, with no product, with whatever product that's left on the brush, and I'm just gonna help bring the product more forward and spread it out more. So now that we are finished with all our eyeshadow, I'm just gonna clean up the fallout that I have with some makeup wipes.
Right after coffee, or right when I can't eat, I miss you in my front seat.
I zoomed you guys out a bit because now we're going to work on our face, and we're first going to start off with priming our face. And now I use two primers. I use a pore filling primer and then a hydrating primer for the outer corner of my face. So I think today I'm going to stick with my two Holy Grail primers that I really like using. BECCA Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. This one I'm going to use on my T-zone because I get really oily on my T-zone. And then on my outer face, I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs. I think this is their coconut primer. So I'm going to grab first with the pore primer. Grab a little bit, and I'm going to put it on the sides of my cheeks, forehead, chin, sides of my chin, and then right where I place my contours. Now I'm going to go in with my coconut primer. I'm just going to give it a little shake. I just do one, not even like, yeah, one pump actually. And I just apply that on the outer corner of my face. Now we're going to go on to foundation. So I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I am in the shade Warm, and I'm using this e.l.f. powder blush. Just looks like this. It's a flat, like, kabuki brush, I guess. But I'm going to use this to help push in the product. And then I use a beauty blender to help blend it all in together. So I'm just going to shake the foundation first. So now I'm just going to grab a little bit of the foundation. I'm going to start applying it.
Bet you were slowly killing me. But I passed in me. Tell you are all do, but I passed in me. Tell you are feeling used, but I'm still missing you, and I can't see the end of this. Just wanna feel your kiss again.
So now that I have finished blending my foundation out with the brush, I'm going to go in with the damp beauty blender.
Seem to tell you are, it hurts me every time I see.
So once that I've done that, now I'm going to go into concealer. And first thing I like to do is, because I have pretty dark circles, I like to color correct. So I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Orange. I'm now going to go in with my concealers. I'm going to use two concealers actually. So I'm going to use NARS Creamy Concealer. I'm in the shade Custard, or I have the shade Custard.
But I can't put nobody else above you. I hate you, I love you. I hate that I want you. You want her, you need her, and I'll never be her. But I passed in me.
And then because the shade Custard has like a yellow undertone, I want to brighten it up more. So I use the Sephora Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer in the shade Meringue. And I just dot a little bit on top of Custard, like.
Or right after coffee, or right when I can't eat. I miss you in my front seat. Still
Now I'm just using this Crown's brush. It is their SS036 Small Concealer Contour. And I'm just going to start with my chin.
your heart too. And I'm always tired, but never. I don't mean no harm. I just miss you in my heart. Wedding bells were just alarms. Caution tape around my heart. You ever wonder what we could have been? You said you wouldn't and you fucking did. Lie to me, lie with me, get your fucking fix. Now all my drinks and all my feelings are all fucking gone. Love and trust are gone. I guess this is moving on.
So now that I have blended out all of my concealer, I'm now going to bake. So I'm going to use some good old Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I'm just going to go like that. And I'm going to grab another beauty blender and kind of pick some up. And then just place where I just did my concealer.
Like she's the only girl you've ever seen. You don't care, you never did.
Okay, so while we're baking, I'm gonna cream contour now. I'm gonna go in with this Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free foundation stick in the shade Coconut. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do the hollows of my cheeks. So like that, forehead, and then chin. And then I'm going to blend it out with, take a guess, a beauty blender. Okay, so now that we have blended our cream contour, now we're going to actually put on some powder, bronzer, and some powder. So I'm going to go in with my Anastasia powder contour kit. This is in the one in light to medium. But I'm going to grab the two contour shades, which I believe they are Havana and Fawn. I could be wrong, but I'm just gonna do it just all the way at the back here, just to really hollow out my cheekbones. Now I'm gonna go in with my bronzer, and I'm going to use the MAC Give Me Sun, and I'm just gonna apply that and bronze up my face. So now that we finished bronzing our face, now we're going to dust off the baking and kind of blend it out, kind of diffuse any harsh contour lines that you might have. So I just did my eyeliner, mascara, and lashes off camera, just again to save time, and also my camera's going to die soon, so I just thought I'd do that on the low. But next we're going to do is highlight our face. So I'm going to be using my favorite highlighter ever, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood. I'm going to use my Morphe M501 tapered brush, hit it on the highest points of my cheeks. So here, pinned my hair back. So right there, Cupid's bow, chin above the brow. So after we're done highlighting our face, I'm just gonna add a little bit of inner corner highlight with this highlighter from JCat. It is the You Glow Girl in the shade Twilight. I'm just gonna add this in the inner corner just to open my eyes. Now I'm gonna add a blush, and I'm gonna be using this Tarte blush in the shade Party. I'm just gonna apply this on the cheekbones and then bring it in between my bronzer and highlight. Then before we finish off everything and set our face, I am going to apply a lip. So I'm just gonna go in with Stripped Down by MAC. And then just to finish it, I'm gonna add this NYX lingerie in Bedtime Flirt. So that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look. It was pretty on the spot of what I wanted to do, but I promise you guys next time that I will have a better, you know, plan of what to film. But anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe down below. Also leave some comments down below on what I should film next. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.